From K2 News, this is breaking news.
That breaking news, gunfire.
He has fired several rounds from the vehicle.
Tear gas. An hours-long standoff near Walmart.
Your brain definitely starts spinning, that's for sure.
Leaves witnesses stunned and police warning people to stay away.
It can put you in danger.
And good evening. Thanks for being with us. Negotiations are not going well. That's the latest word in a direct quote from Salem Police tonight.
But there can only be two outcomes, according to the Lieutenant Steve Burr. Quote, he's either going to give up or we're going to shoot it out. Gunfire has already resulted in the wounding of a police dog. Take a look at this map. The standoff is headed into the 6th hour in the parking lot of Walmart Supercenter off Turner Road in Salem. We do have live team coverage for you tonight. Let's begin with K2's Matt Johnson, who's been covering the story since it broke. And Matt, do we know at this point who this suspect is?
Yeah, we still do not know. Police not releasing that information, but they are telling us, as you mentioned, that negotiations not going well. Just moments ago, we saw police rushing to the scene with lights and sirens on. And right now, we are being told that they are still being shot at the scene. Now, here's what we know. Right now, they are trying to talk to him over the phone, trying to get him to turn himself in peacefully. This all started several hours ago at around 11:30 today at the Walmart parking lot. When police arrived, they found the suspect with several outstanding warrants, armed with a gun. Then the suspect barricaded himself inside the RV and started shooting at police. And according to police K9 officer, Baco was then hit in the crossfire, and shoppers in nearby stores were told to shelter in place.
Since my last update, he has fired several rounds from the vehicle out towards the police.
We asked, they said the next option is to tear gas him so he gets out of the van, because he's in the van right now.
And that is exactly what you can see in this new video into the K2 newsroom. You can see SWAT officers firing what appears to be tear gas into the RV. Still no word yet again who the suspect is or why he was initially wanted and what led up to the shooting. We're still working on that information for you, but what we do know is that the situation's still unfolding right now and very dangerous for those officers on the front lines. Live in Salem, Matt Johnson, K2 News.
I know you'll stay on top of it there, Matt. Thank you. We do want to turn now to K2's Stephen Mayer. And Stephen, there are several businesses in that area, and police seem to have a lot of the places locked down.
Yeah, that's right. There's a restaurant, a hardware store, even a dental office. And so anyone who was inside those businesses at the time this all went down were told to lock the doors, shelter in place, stay inside as police raced to the area trying to secure the scene. Now, Barbie Elkins raced into the Walmart for a quick trip just to buy some birdseed while her husband waited outside in the car. Turns out her timing was a little bit off. What was supposed to be a quick trip turned out to be a 3-hour ordeal as the store was put on lockdown. She says she was pretty worried at first, but quickly realized they were safe inside that store.
My only real concern, was my husband was in the parking lot waiting for me in the car. And so we've been in there for 3 hours. You know you're going to be there for a while when they start serving you water, cookies, and pizza.
And check out this video. We also caught this really emotional reunion on camera. Dave McDowell learned his wife was under lockdown at the store after she texted him. He couldn't bear to just sit at home watching the coverage on the news. He had to come down here, so he raced down and was there right as she was released, right as she was walking down the sidewalk. You saw that big bear hug. He was awfully glad to see his wife. No one inside those businesses were hurt as police still continue to deal with this situation. Live in Salem, Stephen Mayer, K2 News.
Going to its 6th hour. Stephen, thank you.
Yes, tense times down there, no question, Stephen. This isn't the first time Officer Morrison and Baco have been part of an officer-involved shooting. In May of 2014, the Marion County District Attorney's Office ruled Morrison was justified when he shot and killed 25-year-old Jacqueline Ford. Investigators found she'd pointed a gun at him after Baco chased her down. And of course, stay tuned. We'll continue bringing you updates about today's standoff in Salem as we get new information into our newsroom. You can watch us here on the air, of course, and online at KATU.com or on social media. On Twitter, we use that hashtag #LiveOnK2.
A Multnomah County grand jury has cleared a Portland police officer who shot and killed a homeless man of any criminal wrongdoing. Thomas Clark, a 6-year veteran of the Bureau, shot Christopher Healy on March 22nd. Witnesses say Healy was combative and pulled a knife after being shot once. The grand jury agreed with the officer's account that Healy posed a threat.
Oregon's U.S. attorney is out tonight. A spokeswoman for the office says Amanda Marshall submitted her resignation today. It will be effective on May 15th. Marshall went on leave in March. At the time, she claimed her leave was health-related, but it was eventually revealed that she was under investigation, accused of stalking her top drug prosecutor. It happened around the same time as her office launched the probe into former Governor John Kitzhaber and former First Lady Sylvia Hayes. This is new at 6 now. When you're trying on clothes at the store, you have to expect a certain level of privacy. One Beaverton mom says that privacy was violated after she caught a man snapping pictures of her daughter while she changed in an Old Navy dressing room.
KATU's Corey Marshall is live where this all happened. And Corey, she wants to make sure the guy is caught so he can't hurt anybody else.
That's exactly right. This happened here at the Old Navy right behind me here at Cedar Hills Crossing Mall in Beaverton. We spoke to the mother of that 12-year-old who asked we not show her name or not use her name or show her on camera out of safety concerns. Rather, the mother of two says her daughter wanted a new dress for church on Sunday. They had been in the dressing room for about 30 minutes before she left to use the restroom. She says as she walked out of this dressing room, she spotted this man seen here in store surveillance video in the next room with the door wide open and his arm reached over the shared wall into her daughter's dressing room. He had his phone in his hand. The Beaverton mom chased him within the store, but he did get away. She says there wasn't a single employee in the dressing room at the time this all happened.
She feels very victimized that day. She just started crying and she said, "Mommy, I just feel victimized right now. Why would someone do that to me?" And unfortunately, there's some ugly people in this world, and I just try to comfort her.
Now, I contacted Old Navy's parent company, Gap, for a statement. They sent the following saying, quote, "The safety of our customers and employees is always our top priority. We have been working closely with local law enforcement since the incident, and because this is an active investigation, we're referring all questions to the Beaverton Police Department. Investigators are asking anyone who might know who this picture-snapping suspect is to contact Beaverton Police." We're live in Beaverton. Corey Marshall, KATU News.
Hopefully somebody steps up there. Corey, thank you for that tonight. Also, Uber has been operating legally in Portland for, well, about 4 hours now. The city is letting Uber and other ride-sharing companies do business for the next 4 months as part of a pilot program. On your side, investigator Joe Douglas has been digging into the details of how this all works. And Joe, these companies can really kind of charge whatever they want, right?
Rideshare companies can charge what they want, and so can cab companies. Price caps are lifted during the course of this pilot program. There are also some strict regulations. Amy Hall has been working as an Uber driver in the suburbs since January.
I was having a hard time finding a job, and so having researched Uber and knowing about it, I thought, hey, I'm going to try this. Yeah.
She's very happy that she can now work in Portland.
I'm really excited about the opportunity to have a lot more rides.
Uber set us up to talk with Amy and a passenger, Charles McGee, this morning.
Select the location, you request Uber, and when you do...
Ah, look, I got a ride. Oh, let's see, it's
you get
Charles.
A ding. There you go. And then it gives you the pricing at some point, right? Yep.
And I hit navigate. Of course, we're right here, so however, it comes right up, it shows me where I am, where I'm going, and then navigates me the entire trip.
And then on my end, it lets me know where the car is.
Throughout the city, you cannot hail an Uber or Lyft vehicle like you would a cab. You have to use their apps. The companies are required to insure their drivers and put them through background checks. How much do you rely on driving a cab for your livelihood?
All of it.
I talked with some cab drivers here at the airport who are concerned about facing some new competition.
The job is going to be hard to everybody. It's not only me, to everybody.
Before the 120-day pilot program ends, the city is going to assess how the test run went and decide whether to let the ride-sharing companies keep doing business legally.
So I think it's more convenient to take a cab as a rule. We're a little more professional. We've been driving steadily all our lives, most of us.
Well, one big catch for Uber and other
for
rides.
At least another
Okay, we're having some technical problems with Joe there, but I can tell you that one big catch for Uber and other ride-sharing companies is they can't legally pick anybody up from the airport for at least another 2 weeks. The Port of Portland makes the rules here, and the regulations have a waiting period. The companies are now allowed to drop people off at PDX. Also, new information, a missing plane and pilot from Vancouver have been found 3 days after taking off from an airport near Eugene. Searchers in a National Guard helicopter spotted the wreckage of a single-engine Piper aircraft this afternoon on Mount Tom. That's in Lane County near Harrisburg. Search and rescue teams from Lynn County have reached the site, and we are told there is a body in the wreckage, but they have not confirmed whether it is Lee Leslie, the 41-year-old pilot of the plane. And a K2 crime alert. The search is on for the person who left a horse to die near Bald Mountain. Yamhill County deputies found the animal on Wednesday near the southwest end of Bald Mountain near Gilbert Creek Road. The horse appeared to be healthy before being shot one time. It's believed the horse was killed sometime between April 19th and April 22nd. If you have any information, contact the Yamhill County Sheriff's Office.
We have some brand new information now on the Gresham Bakery, sued by a lesbian couple for discrimination. An administrative law judge today ruled on damages. It did not go well for Aaron and Melissa Klein, the owners of Sweet Cakes by Melissa. They've been ordered to pay Rachel Bowman-Cryer and her wife Laurel Bowman-Cryer $135,000. The amount, though, is less than the $150,000 the couple was after. They say the Kleins refused to make them a wedding cake on religious grounds.
911 calls just released reveal more about what happened the night an argument between a husband and wife turned deadly in Oregon City.
And all of a sudden I heard this boom, boom, and I looked out and my dog flew away because I feed my birds in, and I looked down and I thought, God, that sounds like dangerous. So I thought I'd look out in front to see what was going on, and I see these two people, they're down on the ground, and I go, hey, are you guys okay? You want me to call 911?
And they didn't move.
No.
It all happened last year. 2 days before Thanksgiving, a relative found Rebecca Johnson and her husband Raymond shot in the driveway of their home and called for help.
He shot her.
Who shot him?
My uncle. Stay inside.
Okay, who did he shoot?
My aunt.
Okay, and is your aunt conscious?
Yeah. She has blood all over her and she's bleeding.
Since then, court documents revealed Raymond shot his wife after learning about an affair. He survived a self-inflicted gunshot wound that night and has been held on a murder charge in the Clackamas County Jail. A trial date is set for January of next year.
We have some more breaking news for you just coming into the newsroom right now out of Vancouver. A verdict in the case of a woman accused of driving high on meth and hitting a teenager as he waited for the school bus.
K2's Bob High has the verdict for us live in the newsroom. Bob?
Yeah, Deb, we learned that the jury's verdict came down about 25 minutes ago now. The verdict is guilty on all charges. That includes vehicular assault and meth possession. A little background on this case. The victim in the 2013 crash, Justin Carey, testified in Sean Johnson's trial on Wednesday. Carey was 16 when prosecutors say Johnson hit the teen and left him for dead in a ditch along a Clark County road. The crash cost Carey his leg. Investigators say Johnson was high on meth at the time of that crash. Carey lay for 2 hours in that ditch before someone found him. Sean Johnson faced aggravating circumstances in this case, which allows tougher sanctions beyond the 10 years in prison that she already faced. We don't know what that sentence might be at this point, but again, guilty on all charges, including vehicular assault and meth possession for Sean Johnson. Live in the newsroom, Bob High, K2 News.
All right, Bob, thank you. We have a crew in Vancouver right now to talk with Justin Carey about that verdict. We're going to have that for you live on K2 at 11 o'clock tonight.
We have an update now on the breaking news that we've been following all afternoon. We have just found out it has been confirmed the suspect in the shootout in the parking lot of a Walmart in Salem is down. Apparently, police officers tell us he is visible laying with a gun in his hand. They're still securing the area to determine whether it was self-inflicted or if it happened during the shootout with police.
And this is something that's been going on all day long there in that Walmart parking lot. And the man barricaded himself in a trailer, actually, in the parking lot, has been shooting at police throughout the day. They've been firing tear gas into that trailer, but it appears, as Deb just mentioned, confirmed the suspect down happened during that shootout, visible laying down with a gun in his hand. Of course, we have a crew right there on the scene. As soon as we get any more information, we'll bring it right to you. Also, a tragedy that even has police asking who would do such a thing. How 2 puppies survived getting dumped in a plastic bag and left behind. Dave.
It's been a cold and a very showery weekend out there, showery day out there, Steve. What's ahead for the weekend? Will it be showery or will we see some sunshine and some warmer temperatures? I'll show you the forecast. They're all coming up.
This is unsanitary. This is disgusting. This is mice, urine, and feces all over our blankets. I pulled out her clothes I had in boxes and they were just soaked.
Doesn't sound very appealing, does it? It could happen to you. Why more mice are moving into Portland and what you can do to keep them out. From the problem solvers, you might get some new visitors at your house. Only thing is, they won't be coming in through the front door. Pest control companies say they're getting more and more calls about rats and mice, and we may be making the problem even worse. KATU problem solver Carrie Tomlinson is live for us. And Carrie, what's bringing in these rodents?
Well, it's some of the things that make Portland, Portland. For example, you like the fresh eggs from your neighbor's chickens? Well, some experts say the feed for the urban chickens can become a buffet for rats and mice. On top of that, things like bird feeders, compost piles, and home gardens and garden beds. You see them everywhere in Portland. Well, we spoke to a local family this afternoon and they say once the mice come into your home, it can become very serious and it can be very hard to get rid of them.
Can I take that from you, lady? Valerie Moore worries about her 5-month-old daughter, Raylyn, who just had surgery for a heart defect and shares her home with mice.
I see them scurrying in my closet. I'll be sitting there at night feeding the baby, watching them run along the floor.
She saw the problem solver story this week about renters who found a nest of baby mice inside their couch. She says she too has found baby mice in their couch, in her daughter's dresser, and in the closet where she kept some beloved books.
I opened the closet and it was just nothing but shredded paper.
On the floor, mouse droppings that Valerie says appear every night while they sleep for her to clean up again the next day. The landlord's traps, she says, do not stop the animals from breeding and foraging for food in her pantry.
And when you have to have your food in storage bins, just so that you get to eat it, so that you're not feeding the mice. And when a mouse is burrowing through your child's $30 a can formula and dying in it.
She'd like to move her family of 5 kids to another place, but says there are big challenges, like the security deposit for their next home, which will hopefully be mouse-free.
You got money? I don't have money.
Is working on a solution. Other things that some experts say are contributing are construction, displacing mice and rats into your home. Also, garbage pickup in Portland every 2 weeks instead of once a week can make a difference. So some other things you can do. If you have urban chickens, put out the food just a little bit at a time. Don't leave it out for that buffet we were talking about. Also, if you have ripe fruits and veggies in your garden beds, pick those right away. And then just don't leave food outside, like pet food, like garbage, so you can enjoy what makes Portland, Portland without bringing in more mice and rats. Reporting live in News Control, Carrie Tomlinson, KATU News.
All good information for us to remember. Carrie, thank you. Do you have a story for the problem solvers? Carrie and Shelley would like to hear from you. You can email them at problemsolvers@katu.com or call this number on your screen, 503-736-3415.
Let's go to meteorologist Dave Selesky. It's a Friday night. A lot of folks out and about, Dave, that kind of dodge in the showers tonight, are they?
They are indeed, especially over on the east side up into the Gorge, southwestern Washington, Cascade foothills. There's a view of what's going on now on Viper 2, our live weather radar. Let's zoom on in. And there are those heavier showers I'm talking about on the east side. So up in the Gorge now, just to the west of Cascade Lock, seeing some pretty good showers. Cascade foothills, Sandy, Brightwood, Estacada, seeing some pretty heavy showers. And on the north side of the Columbia, right here up in the Hawkinson area, seeing some pretty good showers. And then look at this. Here's I-205 just across the bridge and just north of SR-14. Fairly heavy shower there at this time. And I'll pull the map out. Another band right here coming over the coast range, so these showers will continue into the early evening hours. Chance of thunder showers, though, should be letting up over the next few hours. Now, rainfall amounts last 24 hours, 1,100 up in Vancouver, almost 0.2 of an inch out in Troutdale, and a little more than 0.2 of an inch last 24 hours up in Scappoose. Currently in Portland, Overcast skies, and it's chilly, 55 degrees. The temperature with southwest winds now at about 8 miles an hour. Our afternoon high temperature, 56 degrees. It should be 63 for this time of the year. On the east side, Troutdale, you hit 55. Same thing for Kelso and Longview. And then down in the Willamette Valley, Salem, also 55. A couple degrees warmer, though, in McMinnville, where you topped out there at 57. So our trough of low pressure still in place for tonight and going into tomorrow on Saturday. But by late tomorrow and going into Sunday, you see this down here? It's a little ridge of high pressure. It's going to begin to build on in, push that trough off towards the east. So I think a drier day on Sunday, even a few sun breaks. There might be a scattered shower, but mainly on the coast. And that ridge will keep building in and building in and building in so that by Monday, we have fair skies and some very warm weather back across the area. But for tonight and going into tomorrow, we still have to deal with some cool, showery conditions, and so that by tomorrow morning, maybe 0.2 of an inch of rain possible. And that's going to be pretty much it, I think, throughout most of the day on Saturday. Just some widely scattered showers around the area, maybe another 1/10 or so. And then going into Sunday, a mainly dry day, but still seeing some clouds until late afternoon. So your forecast tomorrow on the west side in Hillsborough, mostly cloudy skies and some showers. And there's a chance there could be some afternoon scattered thunder showers like in Beaverton. Your high there tomorrow is going to be at 57 degrees. Now moving into Clackamas County, similar story. Partly to mostly cloudy skies, showers and a chance of an afternoon thunder shower. Tomorrow's high for Milwaukee, 57. Lake O is going to be at 58 degrees. Vancouver, mostly cloudy skies, some showers, chance of an afternoon thunder shower there as well. Woodland, 56. Vancouver, 58 degrees. And on the east side, partly to mostly cloudy skies, showers, a slight chance of an afternoon thunder shower. Don't forget snow in the Cascades at 3,000 feet. Tomorrow's high for Camas, 57, Gresham, 58. Tonight in Portland, 44. A little colder, though, in the outlying areas, especially west side. 58 for your high tomorrow. On Sunday, it is going to be 63 degrees. Look at Monday. Sunshine and 78. A little cooler on Tuesday, but 71. That's not bad. I'll take that. On Wednesday, partly cloudy skies and 67, a slight chance of a shower late in the day, and then basically kind of this roller coaster of 60s and 70s. Geez, that'll be nice throughout most of next week.
Remember last week I twisted your arm and you made it to 80? Maybe that can happen again.
Okay.
Well, we'll try.
All right.
Twist the other arm this time, though. I think it would still hurt. Hey, there are many descriptive words employers use in job listings to help attract the best possible employees. The F word, usually not one of them. And still ahead tonight, how a California tech company is getting a lot of attention from its crass ad.
And next, a sneak peek ahead of this weekend's opening of the Oregon Zoo's new elephant habitat.